Thank you again to Miss Truffles for that Woodle 2 run. We are just about ready to get started with Leap Year. That's going to be run by Brassbeat, and I believe that's a 200% run. So let's get into that.
The studio Sockpop makes a whole bunch of small little $2-3 games. This is one that they didn't make themselves. They commissioned it from Daniel Linson. But yeah, I'm gonna run 200%, so that is gonna be both the main game and the March DLC. And yeah, when I hit new game, there's gonna be a small intro animation. Once I spawn into the world is when time starts. So I'm gonna hit it right now. Oh no! All the days of February have fallen off the calendar, and we've got to get them all back. The 29th is right there. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, dang it! So yeah, the main gimmick of this game is that you can jump 2 blocks, and if you fall 2 blocks, you die from fall damage. So the rest of the game, we are gonna have to carefully navigate around that in order to get the job done. As we jump over here, we're gonna see that here in the fourth, we're gonna need to be move down 1 step at a time. Over here, you have this little NPC in the world. These NPCs can break our fall if we need to. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna jump. There you go. I'm gonna bop these 2 people as well. And for a certain skip that I want to do, it's gonna be important that the that last NPC stays down, and for that I have to survive a few minutes without dying. So let's see if I can make it happen. We're gonna move over here. This is a bit tight. I didn't expect to actually get the double jump. Here we have to jump like that in order to get the guy, in order to get over to the right. So yeah, that's those few deaths cost us like 20-ish seconds, which is quite big for the main game category. As a result, it's not the friendliest of runs. The TLC is a bit longer, but a bit nicer in that regard, in that it has fewer like big reset points. Anyways, what you saw just saw over there was our dive ability. If we fall from different heights, then different abilities will activate. So if we fall 7 or 6 blocks, we can dive through the ground like that.
Cool.
Go back up. And yeah, the days of the numbers that we're collecting are still the days of the month. So of course in the 14th is going to be in the Valentine's room. Now over here we're gonna discover our next abilities. If we fall 4 or 5 blocks, we can bounce 3 blocks into the air. I'm gonna use this to navigate through this room, and then we're gonna head back. Now over here, I want to do a certain skip. It is kind of tight, so I'm gonna press right trigger to enable the grid. And not do that, that's a bit awkward. Let's see if I can get it. I need to weave myself through these few platforms. There you go. Took a few tries, but we did get it eventually. That gets us down to the 19th, and then we're gonna move down here and bounce. And since I did take a death, I'm gonna need to bop this guy, this person again, and walk back. This is actually slower at this point than just doing the intended route as a backup. But I do want to show off this. But I do want to show this skip. So we're gonna go down here. and then exit from the side right there. And that was a little mistake, no biggie. Now over here, we want to dive through the ground here and weave through these spikes. This is probably the hardest intentional maneuver that the game wants us to do. And that was a bit awkward, but we can just bounce right here and then make our way back up these few rooms. So as you can see here, if we enter the spikes from the sides or from below, we actually don't die, which makes sense if you think about it, but that's not how most games do it. So this game does present it as a puzzle that you have to solve. But yeah, we're gonna get down here to the 24th. Now here we want to do a big jump over this block and dive down here.
This game seems to be built mostly on breaking your preconceptions of what you're supposed to be doing in a jumping game. The fact that you can die off of a regular jump and then playing around with the spike mechanics, this is so cool.
Yeah. Speaking about that little pit over there, it really baits you into jumping, and I was just a little bit distracted and took a death there. Anyways, over here, we're gonna see our last ability, for which I'm gonna have to do a special maneuver again. If we fall 8 blocks or higher, we're gonna flip gravity, and
My gosh.
I clipped onto the little ledge there, so I couldn't go for it, so I'll have to do it again. Things have gotten smoother in other places, but we should be able to get this eventually. Oh. It's things are not cooperating right now. Okay, I messed up the movement a little bit. Okay, now it should work. We made it through cleanly. We need to get past that 2-block drop right there, otherwise we die from fall damage, obviously.
So funny.
But yeah, now we're gonna just right here collect the finish the first 28 days of February. Now what the game wants us to do is to go on a journey all the way across the map while we're upside down in order to collect the 29th day, but we can actually, if we enter this room backwards, we happen to be right at the end of the journey, so we can skip a huge part of the end game. Anyways, now we just gotta make it back, but I did die on the final real obstacle. There's this little configuration right here. Anyway, so now we just gotta jump right over here and make our way back. And there's gonna be the 29th right here. And that's gonna be the main game done. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. We've marked off all the days of February. Fun fact, you can actually use that skip to do any percent in under 2 minutes.
Oh wow.
The game ends if you collect the 29th day, and while you're supposed to collect the other 28 days, the game doesn't check for it, so it would just let you do that. This is 200% though, so we do have to actually collect all the days. So anyways, we move on to the March DLC. We're gonna start off on the Overground, which has a bunch of slopes. Jumping up a slope is faster than walking across them. Jumping down a slope would be faster, given that you don't die from fall damage during the process. So here I can use the NPC to break my fall. And here I'm gonna press this pink button. So yeah, someone in chat did take notice that the category that I'm running doesn't actually exist on speedrun.com. That's because it is not... from a competitive perspective, it is... I'm not supposed to go here just yet, and still need to collect the third. That's because this game, from a competitive standpoint, this is not the most interesting category to... I'm not supposed to go here. There you go. To just do a 5-minute base game and then the DLC when the DLC is its own category already. So on the leaderboards, people just run both 100% categories separately. Anyways, we move down here. These buttons, when you hit them, they're gonna switch around the colored blocks, as you saw there. So we're gonna turn around here and collect the fifth. So yeah, in the DLC, sprawls out quite a bit further. Each day of the month is its own puzzle that you gotta solve, basically. Over here, we're gonna sequence break a little bit. We're gonna jump down here and then bounce and dive. And now here, you can do this faster, but I want a checkpoint for a bit of safety. We've seen that configuration at the end of the main game. Here it's a bit tighter because of ceiling ledges you can bump on. Anyway, so move over here, and over here we're gonna pick up the 24th. And then we're gonna turn around right here. If you overshoot the drop there, you die from fall damage, so want to be careful there. Now over here, we're gonna bounce right here and then move over to the bottom of the world. This section is just gonna be a bunch of holding right, so we have time for a quick message.
Sure thing. Just as a reminder to folks, you're watching Power Up with Pride 2026 here on Twitch. We are running from June 5th through June 7th, and we're benefiting Point of Pride. To find out more about Point of Pride, you can find the link to their site in the panels below the stream, or use !charity in chat. And if you're interested in donating, you type !donate in chat. You can find the schedule with !schedule, or you can see the incentives with !incentives.
Alright, we're gonna move over here. And now we're gonna do a little trick, this corner dive over here. To get us right, to get ourselves right side up quicker. I don't want to press that button. Alright. So we're gonna move over, back over here. This section is a bit troll, and you have to be very peculiar to not die. So yeah, in this game, if you fall in the water, you are dihydrate. That's a mechanic that was implemented for the DLC. Now over here in this room, we want to do a tight jump here, so I'm going to enable the grid again and line myself up with the edge of the platform. And then we, of course, then we don't make it the first time. Oh well. This is pretty tight, so I'll Ooh. was hoping that would make it. There you go. Weaving through there, we can dive right through the bottom of the world. And now we're gonna maneuver ourselves around this bit. And if we turn around here, we can drop back down. Now over here, we're gonna be in this big room, and I wanna... Oh, didn't... with a bit of precision, you can, of course, you can get onto the ledge immediately, but doing this is just fine. Now we're gonna go down. And if we dive down here, we're gonna be on the bottom part for the last time. There's not really an advantage to having the grid off. It's just not useful most of the time, and I just think the game looks prettier without the grid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's a testament to the game's visual style of how there are definitely points where it feels pretty blocky, but there's a lot of it, and especially in just some of the environments, where it doesn't feel nearly as precise as it is.
Yeah, the developer took the effort to hand draw the entire world themselves. So...
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's where the game's aesthetic comes from, basically. Very cool. Very cool to see. Now, we've made it back to the what's conventionally the early game section of the world, where we're just gonna walk over here, collect the first, collect the lower numbers. Now over here, the last main area is this facility. We're gonna go down here. In this room, you can literally just hold left, and you dive right through without effort. Over here. So if you transition to a screen, the game does pause for a short while. So if your movement isn't precise enough, you do lose time there from having a bunch of extra screen scrolls.
That makes sense.
Now over here, we want to turn ourselves around. So instead of walking down to where you're supposed to do this, we're gonna try to do this in this corridor. I do have to... Oh, that was almost it. There you go. We got the turnaround there. Now let's not fall down these steps and die. And make our way down here. Now over here, we gotta make our way to the end and bounce back. If your movement is tight enough, you can do this turnaround without getting the music transitions, but That is surprisingly tough to do. Now we're gonna do the same room, but we don't want to press the green buttons. There you go. And now we're gonna ladder up here. And now if we turn around over here, we're gonna collect 21, and now the next few dates are gonna be not in the spikes, but if we maneuver away, there you go. We're gonna dive back to the surface and bounce around through the clouds right here. Oh, didn't get it that tight, but no worries there. Now we gotta bounce our way through these clouds. It's very easy to either die or accidentally dive through the clouds. It's gonna be over here. And there you go. And now we're gonna jump under this platform and then ladder back up here. Now here's a really awkward part of the run. We're back in this room, but we would really like to be right side up. And the only reasonable way to do this involves this really awkward skip. I want to do a corner dive here, and I actually got it first try. That's
nice. Let's go.
Much harder than it looks. Obviously, if you exit the corner dive too high, you fall into the spikes and die. But for some reason, if you exit the corner dive too low, you also fall into the spikes and die. So it's actually a lot tighter than what it looks like.
Harder than it looks is a very funny thing to say about this game, where everything looks ludicrously difficult to start.
Yeah, it's quite tricky to even learn to do the basic movements one after the other, because nothing in this game is quite as obvious as how it looks. But yeah, it is quite a rewarding run once you get the hang of it. Now over here, we're gonna press this button and jump back up. And now it's not quite obvious what you're supposed to do here, but we gotta dive down here and push this button. And dive once again for 15.
Mind if I sneak in with a donation here real quick?
Yeah, sure.
We have $20 from Xerxes, who says, trans rights. Thank you very much for that donation. If you want to donate, you can type !donate in chat.
Alright. We've now collected the first 30 days of March. And now, just like in the base game, the game wants to send us on an adventure all the way across the map, but this time there's no way to skip it, so we have to actually go on an adventure. So over here, this lock's gonna open up, since we have the first 30 days. And now we're gonna dive down here, turn ourselves around. And now over here, we're gonna jump down this satellite shaft and then rebound all the way down. Our player's gonna turn green to activate our last ability, which is to warp 6,000 years into the future. Yeah, in the year 8024, the world is very green and very frozen. That's not what I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to jump so we can make this bounce. We're gonna find our way back. We're gonna find our way back up to the surface. So we're gonna do go down here. And then over here, don't fall and die. We're gonna dive right here. And then over here. And now we have only a tiny bit in the at the bottom, and I don't want to do that. I want to jump and dive. Now over here, there's going to be a tiny skip that I want to do here. That's nice and good. And now through the tunnel here on the other side is going to be the big room, the big tree room. We're going to jump, we're going to fall upwards and warp 6,000 years again. We're not going to stay here for long. We're going to turn around and go back down and warp again. Now these platforms, we just gotta bounce our way through. And if we weave here, we can dive right here down here for a small skip. Falling down this hole is faster than diving all the way through. Over here, when we dive to the surface, this is optimal. Doing this optimally requires a really tight dive, which I don't think I got, so I'm gonna take this safe with an extra bounce. And right here on the surface, fortunately for us, there's one NPC over here which can break our fall. And now we have made our way up to the surface again. So yeah, the 31st is going to be at the lake where we started, and time is going to be once I collect the 31st, once I collect the last day. So it's going to come up pretty soon here. And time. So yeah, it did take us 18,000 years, but we did eventually collect all the days of March. And yeah, that was the run. I want to give a shout out again to Sock Pop Studios, who commissioned this game and published it. They also develop a whole bunch of small games themselves that you can get for a few dollars a pop, or you can subscribe to their Patreon and get a monthly game for free. Yeah, so yeah, that's that was the game. I hope you'll enjoyed it. I wish everyone best of luck with the remainder of the marathon. And yeah, goodbye.
All right. Thank you so much, Brassbeat, for that run of Leap Year. That was outstanding. In-game timer must be a little rough with the 18,000 years, but out-of-game you did great. All right, we are going to have Rolling Star by Ori Sky is our next game that we're going to run. Stay tuned for that. I will be back with you very shortly.
Hey, everybody. The Agent Zero here. You can call me Zero. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be on the mic for Power Up with Pride 2026, where we have raised $687 and change for Point of Pride. I'll be your host for this upcoming run of Rolling Star with Ori Sky.
And I had a little snafu with my mic. But thank you all for having me. My name is Jazz. You can find me anywhere that you find somebody named Frogger, spelled Phrawger. I will do another hosting stint on Sunday. But thank you so much for Power Up with Pride, and VA Agent Zero, enjoy your hosting stint.
Be sure to. And once again, we are raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led and 501c3 nonprofit organization. They've served tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and over 100 countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. Currently celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and in that time have raised nearly $6 million US in the support of their mission. I believe we're about ready to go. So Ori Sky, if you're ready to rock,